Chair now lays out House Bill 2899 and recognizes Representative Plesa to explain the measure.
Thank you, Chairman, committee members, for allowing me to lay out House Bill 2899 for you today. House Bill 2899 is the companion to Senate Bill 385, which was laid out before the Senate committee this morning. Members, we all know how hard it is to get a bill heard in either chamber, so the fact that we have the same bill being heard on both sides of the chamber on the same day just shows the importance of this bill. I believe this speaks to the urgency that both chambers feel that cracking down on illegal street racing and highway takeovers is extremely important to our state. I would also like to mention that Governor Abbott has launched a statewide street takeover task force, and we believe that this bill will aid in that mission. We all know that street racing and highway takeovers are increasingly becoming an issue in many of our districts. House Bill 2899 will aid law enforcement's ability to crack down on street racing while proactively preventing damages, injury, and even death. Right now, the police have to wait until someone gets hurt or there's damage to property before they can impound a vehicle used in the commission of the offense of racing on a highway. House Bill 2899 will allow law enforcement to tow a vehicle used in the commission of these offenses, period. This will allow our officers to be proactive and step in before someone gets seriously hurt, killed, or injured. We are seeing obviously vehicles, but public property, private property, homes, and small businesses all suffer. In the worst case, we see people get severely injured or die. This can be prevented, and that's why I filed this bill. This will deter people from street racing by towing their race cars and requiring them to pay the towing fees to retrieve these vehicles. This is a bipartisan bill with support from law enforcement, some of whom are here to testify today. I'm here to answer any questions and reserve my right to close.
Members, any questions? We'll call you right back up. Chair now calls Nicholas Gaber. I don't know. You'll clarify in a little bit, but we have you down as Nicholas Gebhar, representing yourself and Austin Police Department, testifying for the bill. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Please proceed.
Hi, my name is Nick Gebhardt. I'm a detective within the Organized Crime Division of the Austin Police Department. I'm the lead detective who's been investigating the street takeover event named Operation Burnout for the events that just happened here in Austin. I was asked to give insight on takeover events, and I believe the bills brought forth could aid police officers in disrupting and deterring these types of events in the future. I believe it's important to understand the difference between a street racing event and a street takeover event. A street takeover event is a coordinated and organized criminal event designed to obstruct roadways for the purpose of conducting dangerous driving exhibitions in violation of state law. These driving exhibitions consist of vehicles performing a combination of burnouts, donuts, drifting type maneuvers, utilizing fireworks and gasoline to set intersections ablaze. This all occurs while other vehicles and pedestrians intentionally shut down and block the road and intersections, preventing uninvolved motorists, pedestrians, and emergency vehicles from accessing the roadway. The event in Austin occurred at prominent intersections across the city, lasting from about 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. And during this event, multiple crashes occurred. Vehicles hit pedestrians, property was damaged, including police cars. Multiple people were set on fire. Several cars evaded from law enforcement. At least one officer was hurt during the hostile crowds. So it clearly impacted the community negatively, damaging the property, injuring people, and restricting the general public's freedom of movement. Furthermore, community members were trapped between the takeover participants and the first responders. During the chaotic event that night, it resulted in more than 400 additional 911 phone calls. I believe it's important to give officers dealing with these large-scale events the discretion and ability to impound vehicles partaking in street racing and the street takeover events, including the active spectators. During Operation Burnout, the detectives in my unit, including help from DPS and APD, were able to identify 17 suspects and charge them in this event, with over 30 arrest warrants issued. I've also been able to locate and seize several cars used in the event, which has taken away the immediate means for these suspects to conduct further takeover events. The takeover in Austin was one of the first to occur here, but these events commonly occur around the state in Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you all for what you do.
Members, any other questions? Thank you, sir. Turnout calls. Matthew Gill. We have you down as Matthew Gill, representing Austin Police Department, testifying in favor of the bill. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Please go on.
Members, my name is Matthew Gill, and I'm a detective with the Austin Police Department Vehicle Homicide Unit. What I'm here to speak about is a tragic incident that occurred Valentine's Day of this year. A husband and wife encountered a lunch around 12 p.m. on Valentine's Day. Denise Cunningham was the wife's name. She dropped her husband off at his work, and as she was leaving his work entrance driveway, she entered the roadway going about 14 miles per hour. Little did she know that there was 3 vehicles behind her racing, engaged in about 100+ miles per hour as they were approaching. The lead vehicle veered to the left, missing Miss Cunningham by inches. The second vehicle did not. The second vehicle struck Miss Cunningham at 110 miles per hour, killing her instantly. Her vehicle, traveled 300+ feet from its initial point of impact. And there she was, of course, like I said, killed instantly. The driver of the fault vehicle, the racer, was transported to the hospital. No injuries sustained, life-threatening injuries sustained on his part. I'm in favor of HB 2899, anything that deters this kind of behavior and prevents us from having to respond to these kind of tragic incidents. Thank you.
Members, any questions? Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else wishing to testify on, for, or against House Bill 2899? There being none, Chair recognizes Representative Plesa to close.
Thank you, Chair and members. As you've heard from testimony, this is a really important bill. It's just another tool in the toolbox for our police officers to deter these street racing and street takeovers. I hope to get your favorable consideration and to move this bill to Calendars Committee as soon as possible. And with that, I close.
Members, any questions? All right. If there's no objection, House Bill 2899 will be left pending. Is there objection? Chair hears none. House Bill 2899 is left pending.